Intensive Meditation, February 4th, 1981. LL Research channeling Hatonn and Latwii. Carla channeling? There is literally a question mark at the end of this, so I believe they're guessing that Carla is channeling. I am Hatonn, and I greet you, my friends, in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. We would like at this time to confirm that we have been conditioning the one known as S. If the instrument known as S had wished, it would have been possible for this instrument to initiate contact. This is a desirable ability, for there is not always an experienced instrument present during a time when one who wishes to be of service by offering itself as a vocal channel finds the opportunity to share in our thoughts. We would speak a few words through this instrument before we work with the one known as S, for we sense the deprivation of some information which may perhaps be of service at this time. This deprivation is not due to any individual's efforts. Rather, it is due, my friends, to the culture in which you find yourselves experiencing the great patterns of life which you weave day by day. It was intended by the Creator that you might experience your so-called work as a form of meditation and as an experience of love. It has been many centuries among your peoples since it was possible for many of your peoples to profoundly experience the combination of work and love. It has been said, to work is to pray. And for those lucky enough, shall we say, to have found occupations which enable them to supply themselves with the necessities of survival, which also feed the spirit, this is, in the deepest sense, true. You may find these people working with their hands to make beauty, working with their minds as channels of various forms of love, working among people in such a way that their very being is of service in a substantial manner. But for so many, my friends, the connection between the daily life and love, between action and meditation, is not apparent. And in order for you to become able to link in any way the work of empty form which you find yourselves performing and the work which is love, it is recommended that you begin with the meditation rather than with the work. To move from one consciousness to another is like mounting a great hillside, the bottom of which is vanity, pollution, pettiness, and distraction. In your spirit's garment, you move in consciousness of this lovely hillside. You can feel that your garment, the garment of your spirit, is soiled from all that touches you that you perceive as being unclean. And so you remove the garment and cleanse yourself in the waters which you find falling down the hillside in a lovely waterfall, brilliant with crescents of inaudible, and iridescent as it sprays the rocks, the moss, and the grass. Leaning into the water, you can begin to see the purity of your true being, and you can cleanse yourself with the waters of the lake. Taking up your fresh garment, a new washed linen, you move onward until you sit at the top of this hillside. The air about you is warm and redolent with the scent of wildflowers, pinks and roses and whites, all in profusion about you. And as you settle into meditation, this is your consciousness. This is who you are. All of creation breathes with you and desires to be of service to you. And you, in turn, offer up the rhythms of your body, your mind, and your spirit in service to this beautiful place you're in, loving and delighting in its beauty, its purity, and its gentle, ever-present strength. Yes, my friends, you come down again into the marketplace where you live the illusion, where your lessons collect. But you bring with you an unsoiled garment, a cleanliness of soul, and a new vision that begins to attempt to see the top of the hillside beneath the soiled garment of all labor, all conditions, and all relationships. You cannot and never shall function as a great, wise one working in the valley. Within yourselves, you must find a place in which, in silence, you find the creation offered unto you, and offer yourself unto the creation, feeling the great beating rhythm, unity that binds all things together. We ask that you never be discouraged if you fail to manifest what you have learned in your meditations, for this is the work of your life, to find who you are. That is, my friends, to find the Creator, that one great original thought which is love, and which, when inaudible. We are pleased at this time to transfer this contact to the one known as S, after pausing for a brief period in order to make our conditioning vibration inaudible, and to the one known as R, and to the one known as Dawn. I am Hatonn. Unknown channeling. I am Hatonn, and am with this instrument. We greet you, my friends, once more. It has been a pleasure to work with those who have requested our conditioning vibration. We are always pleased to join with those who seek our contact. We are honored to be with this group today, as it is indeed a joy to be of service to the one infinite Creator by aiding those who seek our help. We of Hatonn are always available to those who seek out aid. We ask that you simply mentally request our presence, and we shall be with you. We are hoping to be with each of you in the near future, and would attempt to contact another instrument at this time. I am Hatonn. Unknown channeling. I am Hatonn, and am again with this instrument. And please excuse the pause, but we were attempting to initiate contact with another instrument, shall we say, an old friend of ours. May we say to the one known as S, that her fidelity to our channeled communication is such that the degree of the instrument's own thoughts coming into the contact is very nearly non-existent. At this point in the training of the new instrument, we do the opposite of that with which we start. We attempt to encourage the somewhat experienced instrument to feel more free to speak upon a subject about which the instrument does not have a prior recollection of, a subject matter from another contact. This type of channeling is the next step and requires that the instrument allow us to present her with images drawn from the treasure trove of her own experiences, recollections, and thoughts. We use this framework in order that our extremely simple message may be offered in the greatest possible variety, or kaleidoscope of patterns, for each various view of love, of the Creator, of the universe, of reality, may for the first time inspire one to whom all previous words were naught but chatter and foolishness. The nature of inspiration is so personal and so unpredictable that we simply cannot expect to create parrots. We hope instead to create those who are able, through practice in sessions such as these, to recognize our vibrations and to trust in our contact enough to sally forth into vistas about which they have not thought, and to describe concepts and stories, the gist and outcomes of which is not known to the instrument. This is the work of some time, as you call it. We say all this to assure the instrument that she is progressing very well. Well enough, in fact, to consider the possibility of launching forward on the next step at any contact at which she may feel comfortable in so doing. The knowledge of the instrument that subjectively familiar material is being integrated into a meditation causes all beginning channels, except those who are not excellent, to have doubts as to the origin of the channeled information. However, my sister, it is our way of ensuring that each message is somewhat fresh. We thank the one known as S, and, as always, assure her that we and those of the Confederation in general offer ourselves at any time we may be requested to accompany meditation. I am Hatonn. We leave you on a hillside, my friends, gazing forth into a world of illusion, a world in which each illusion has a central core of purity and love. As this instrument would say, your mission is, impossible though it may seem, to find it. I leave you in the love and in the light. I am Hatonn. Adonai Vasu. Unknown channeling. I am Latwii, and greet you all in love and light. It is a great honor for us to be asked to join you this afternoon during your meditation. As always, we look forward to such adventures with glee and a happy anticipation. Before we would attempt to answer queries, we would attempt to offer our conditioning to the one known as R and simultaneously to the one known as S. And then, if the one known as S would care to speak out thoughts, we would speak a few words through this new instrument. I am Latwii. S. Channeling. I am Latwii, and am with this instrument. I greet you, my friends, in the love and in the light of the Creator. We are overjoyed to be speaking to you through this instrument once more. She is indeed a contact that we enjoy. We are happy to be with her at this time. We are always pleased to be able to speak through instruments such as this, for we are not often given the opportunity to do so. We find it a great deal of fun. We are sorry to say that we feel we should close this contact so that we may be of service to those who have questions on their minds. We would, therefore, sign off. I am Latwii. Unknown channeling. I am Latwii, and am with this instrument once again, and greet you all in love and light. May we at this time ask if any present might have a question which we would attempt to answer. Questioner. Yes, Latwii. How can I, or how is it possible to increase receptiveness to the conditioning vibration? Latwii. I am Latwii. And my brother, may we suggest that there is nothing in particular to do. Rather, it is that which is not done which is most helpful to the reception of not only our conditioning vibration, but the conditioning vibration of any Confederation entity. That is, simply the relaxing of mind and body to the greatest degree possible, and the opening of the being as clearly and freely, shall we say, as is possible. This, of course, is predicated upon the assumption that the desire for such a contact is present, and we find that desire is quite present in your case. The many methods of relaxing the mind and body which have been written down among your peoples as the various methods of meditation are helpful, but we would also suggest that the concept of not doing and of simply seeking is the foundation stone upon which any technique is based. May we answer you further, my brother? Questioner. No, thank you. Latwii. I am Latwii. We are most grateful to you as well. Is there another question at this time? S. Yes, Latwii. During one of my meditations, I received what seemed to be a very strong conditioning that I didn't ask for and was not able to get rid of for quite some time. It kind of frightened me. Can you give me any information about this? Latwii. I am Latwii, and am aware of your question, my sister. May we say in this regard that whenever you might feel a vibration which is not pleasant or desirable, at that time request that it be removed. And if the entity generating that vibration is of the Confederation of Planets in the service of the Infinite Creator, then you may be assured that the vibration shall be removed. If, upon such request, the vibration is not removed, we suggest the ceasing of the meditative state for a moment, the gathering of the self in concentrated thought, and the sending of love and light to all entities present. Then, the constructing, shall we say, of the shield of light about the self, so that meditation may be resumed. May we answer you further, my sister? S. No, not on that subject, but I do have another question. Due to my feeling lately, I've had a strong urge to proceed and go further, and against advice from the Confederation, I proceeded to try channeling with just R in myself present. It did serve to confuse me, as I was warned might happen, but I still feel somewhat compelled to continue so that I may be able to get more practice and therefore move along at a faster pace. Would you strongly advise against this, or can I do anything more than I'm doing now to protect myself? Latwii. I am Latwii, and am aware of your question, my sister. It is always our advice to those. Side 1 of the tape recording this session ends here. We pick up on side 2 with an unknown instrument channeling Latwii. I am Latwii, and am once again with this instrument. As we were saying, we do not recommend that new instruments attempt to channel from any Confederation source without the presence of at least 2 other entities. One preferably being an instrument with some experience, so that the contact might be, shall we say, checked and balanced, so that there is reduced the possibility of the infringement of the contact by those entities which do seek to confuse positively oriented instruments, and do seek to sway such new instruments by giving information of what we might call a questionable and specific nature. For those entities such as yourself who seek to speed their growth upon the spiritual path in general, and the, shall we say, specific part of that path known to you as the channeling phenomenon, we recommend the intensive meditation periods, such as this period now occurring, with an experienced channel present. Also, we might recommend the additional meditation periods for the new instrument, at which time the instrument would request the conditioning vibration of the Confederation. We would also suggest the lengthier, shall we say, meditation periods during which time the new instrument would attempt to increase the attention span, shall we say, that is the state of mind which is most receptive to a contact. This state of mind might be increased in its duration by the visualization technique, that is, the imaging in the mind during meditation of the new instrument of any symbol which has a particular meaning to that entity, whether it be the cross, the rose, the circle, the Buddha, or whatever. This is most helpful for the new instrument who wishes to improve its ability at receiving information as purely as possible. To close this somewhat lengthy response, may we reiterate, we are always available for the conditioning vibration to be experienced by any entity requesting it. And we further remind each present that it is most necessary to be accompanied in meditation that is directed toward the channeling phenomenon by at least 2 other entities. This is necessary, as we said, to preserve the purity of the contact. May we answer you further, my sister? S. No, thank you. Latwii. I am Latwii. We are most grateful to you as well. Is there another question at this time? I am Latwii. We are most grateful to each present for inviting us to join this meditation. We of Latwii have a history, shall we say, of being somewhat more humorous in our contacts with this group, but have in recent contacts found the necessity, shall we say, to balance this particular distortion with the giving of information in response to queries of, shall we say, more serious or intense nature. For we feel the entities within this group who have been seeking our service have sought the guideposts, shall we say, to direct them to the heart of their seeking. And it has been for this reason that we have attempted to deal in a more, shall we say, serious manner with these particular topics and our responses to them. We do not mean by such gravity to suggest that the lightness and the humor which we are known for does not have a value in such situations. But we wish these entities to seek our service, to know without a doubt that we value their seeking, their questions, and their being greatly, and would honor each entity with the most purely formed response. With this qualification made and recorded, we shall look forward to joining this group in the future in our more familiar mode of lightness and joy. We thank each entity for requesting our presence. We shall be with each at any time in the future that our presence is so requested. We are known to you as Latwii, and we leave you now in the light and the love and the humor of the one infinite Creator. Adonai Basu Boragas.
Go forth then, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the One. Creator.